Hello everyone, welcome to the Raquel and Nathan YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be installing the side windows on the truck. It's a little bit more difficult than expected as some of the brackets have broken, but I'm going to be reinstalling it with two new brackets that I've made out of aluminium. They just replicate the old ones, but they shouldn't be too difficult, he says, fingers crossed. But I'm going to go and show you exactly what I'm doing. I've got my dad to help with me today. He's going to be lifting the glass as I don't want to drop it and risk breaking it. So he's going to give me a hand with that, and we're just going to get these side windows installed and then it's basically ready to go. Okay, so here are the tinted windows, and these are my DIY brackets. We're going to see how these work. They should have enough flexibility for the windows not to destroy themselves. There are lots of rubber gaskets underneath there to protect the glass. So our theory is to secure this end, then secure that end. But this is the nerve-wracking part, as they do need to fit really nicely to stop the water coming in. So my dad's going to help me lift them. Okay, so you join me inside the back of the truck top here, and you can see the windows now installed with the tint on, which looks really nice actually. And we've got these brackets here. These are my homemade bits, which I showed in one of my first videos with the rubber seals. I got these were from the plumbing section in a hardware store, but they fit really nicely against the glass. These brackets are the standard ones, and I've also made two new ones which are now holding this end in, whereas before it would pop open, but they broke, so I've had to keep this window solid, but it's in and it's lined up and it's actually really secure, which is nice. But this side I'm going to try and get to pop open, so I've got to try and unseize the hinges, which are down on the floor below me, and I've got the two original brackets for this end and the two pop open ones for this side. So down here I've got the window hinges. You can see these are all seized up. They've been soaking in lubrication all for about a week, so me and my dad are going to try and get those fully free and reinstall them. And down here I've got the two brackets on ready to go in, and the window poppers will go on this end. Okay, so it's currently a couple of days later. I've been letting the sealant dry. I'm pointing at the top box, not even there. But I've been waiting for the sealant to dry that I put on the spoiler and around on the window seals. So that says it takes 5 to 7 days to fully cure. So I've left it. It's been about 3 days at the moment, but it's sitting on the floor. The top box is over there with a towel over it. I'm using it as a table currently. But the next port of call actually on the truck is getting this back door sealed, because it's all good and well having it waterproof around the top of the truck, but this back door I can literally see through where it meets the truck. So I've bought some sealant. So when I ordered the truck topper seal, which will seal it to the top of the truck bed, I also went on eBay and bought some of this cheap, well, it's like a gasket type thing with double-sided tape. So let me open this up. Here we are. You can see this. It's got double-sided tape on it, and it comes in a ravel. I think I've got how many meters? 5 meters of this. But you can see it's got double-sided tape on it, and basically what it does is sticks to whatever you put it to, and it makes like a rubber gasket. So my plan is to clean up the edges of the truck bed here on the tailgate, and then stick some of this to it, and fingers crossed when it closes it actually meets the truck bed, so it sort of cramps this in and makes a watertight-ish seal. Theoretically, in my little brain, I thought this would help with bugs. I don't want bugs in here, right? Even though I plan on going on outdoor adventures and being outdoors, I don't want the outdoors coming in, right? So this is going to be my clean space. So this is going to be immaculate in here. I don't like dust, dirt, debris anywhere near my house, so I plan on keeping the inside of this truck, when I'm going to stay in it, absolutely spotless. Okay, so this should aid with that. It's basically just to keep the dust out. Okay, so it's actually not as thick as I was hoping. As you can see, it's quite thin. It's not going to close up big gaps, but my plan is to run it basically along here along the side and round the whole bit of the truck bed.
Oh, that doesn't work. Look, there's still a small gap there. It's made it much better, but you can still see the outside world, and that is not what I want. So here's what I've done. Run the seal all the way along the bottom of the tailgate, all the way around, and also what I've done is one more row of this seal along the edge of the tailgate here. So what that does is it comes up and meets the truck bed, which I also have done one seal on. This side I've had to go a bit extra as the tailgate doesn't sit exactly straight, so there's a slightly wider gap on this side. This one, it fitted perfectly and sealed all the way just with this one, but I've added this one just for extra seal. And if you look through here, there is no light coming through at all. So the last thing I do need to do is down in the corner. You can see the gaps are huge. I can get my whole finger in there. But I thought for when I don't have it as a camper, which I don't at the moment, what I'm going to do is leave it exactly as it is, and then when I go to stay in it, I'll find something just to wedge, like maybe a bit of rubber or something, just to wedge in those holes in each corner, just the 2 holes. But only when I'm sleeping in it, because if it gets water in it like now, if it rains when it's like this, the water can only escape at the front, but so if I'm sitting at an angle, then it's all going to collect at the back here, and I don't want much water going on these seals because I don't have that much confidence in them. So I'm going to leave it exactly as it is, so the water can drain out if it rains, which hopefully it doesn't for a few weeks. But until then, that's all I've got to do on the truck, and the top does look awesome. Okay, so here's the top box, and the last job I've got to do is put the topper seal on the bottom all the way around the edge so it's waterproof, and for that I need to be underneath here, which is easier said than done. So what I'm going to do is I've put a rug, like a soft thick padded rug at the end. I'm going to try and stand this up and lean it against the wall, and then I can obviously get to the bottom of it. So that's the plan, but if not I might have to wait for my dad so he can hold it, but we'll try. It's also going to be quite difficult with the cat on top of it. I don't want to push you off, do I? Hey? I don't want to push you off. Right, so I've got to lift it up this way because I can't stand it on the back door. So, Puss, you're going to have to move. You're going to have to slide off, Puss. I'm sorry. Come on, down you go. Off you go. Good girl. Right. Oh! That went so easily! And it's not going to fall over. That is brilliant. Okay, so I've taken the screws off and I thought we'd just have a quick look at the topper seal that I bought. So this is a premium cap seal XL, that's the company. And you can see it actually says that it is specifically designed for this purpose, to go underneath the hardtop. It's 2" wide by 200mm tall, so it's about that thick, you can see. And I think we'll unwrap it and see what it comes with, because it wasn't cheap. I got this from America, so to get it here to Portugal was actually quite a lot of money. I think all of it, once I paid for the import, I think it came to about $45, which is a lot just for some plastic, so it better be good. Okay, so it comes with alcohol wipes to like clean the surface. That's quite good. It's like a foam screen protector. And it comes with this ravel of stuff. What is this? Oh, so this looks like Play-Doh. You can see it's all wound up in there, but it looks like some sort of putty type stuff. I'm guessing for the joins. So when I do a corner, I can fill in the crack with this. That's a good idea. Fairly chunky piece actually. It might actually be a little bit too big, but we shall see. Never can have too big, I suppose. So I'm going to unravel that a bit. So that's going to go up there. That is very thick. Very thick. So I'm just going to go ahead and stick this on. Now this alcohol wipe looks really wimpy. So we shall see how good a job it does. Yeah. Not too bad at all.
Okay, and the final thing I've got to do is the putty, which is here. Just fill in this crack, which shouldn't be too difficult. So what I'm going to do is just grab a piece of this. So I'll just do the other side and then we'll see.
Okay, so here's the final product. So the putty, I've just basically, it doesn't have to look pretty because you won't see this, but I have completely filled it with putty because I really don't want this full of water. So the putty I've done at the top and the bottom. I didn't really need this piece, but I've done it just for the hell of it anyway. So I filled that with putty, and it's exactly the same on this corner and up there too. So the topper seal's on and it's completely finished. So the next job is just to get it on the truck and give it a test fit. But as my dad's not here, I don't think I can get that topper on myself. So I'm gonna have to wait for him to arrive, as I'm not able to slide it on now because it will rip up the topper seal. So I'm gonna have to sort of lift it on gradually. So next week's video will most likely be that. I hope you enjoyed this week's video. Everything went really nicely. The windows are in and the topper seal's on. And also the back of the truck sealed. So that's also a really good step forward to waterproofing it. So I'm nearly there. I think once it's on, there's a couple of little touches I might have to do for some more waterproofing, but barely anything, literally nothing. And luckily it's summertime in Portugal now, so there is no rain in sight on the forecast, which fingers crossed it stays that way. But I hope you enjoyed this video, and next week I'm going to get it on the truck and we will give you, well, I will give you a full walk round tour. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.